Hey guys, it's rdapdan. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about stress. If you are somebody that is feeling like stress is really hard for you to handle, and the heavier stress gets, the more overwhelming it gets, I think you really need to watch this video. What's going on, guys? Rdap Dan here, and today we're talking about stress. So a lot of you, most of you, if you're watching my video, either you or somebody you know is potentially getting ready to go to federal prison. I think that's a pretty fair statement. And stress, pressure, anxiety, all is part of the package. I don't care who you are, how well you're dealing with it, stress is there. And if you don't know how to manage your stress, manage being keyword, if you don't know how to manage your stress, it can start to become very heavy and overwhelming, almost to the point where you can no longer carry it and you start to break down and crack. So I think a simple analogy, something I saw on Facebook actually, social media, was pretty neat the way that it was kind of explained, and it was done in a classroom setting. And basically the teacher in the classroom simply asked the children, she was holding actually a glass of water, and here we have a half empty bottle of water. She asked them, how heavy is this? How heavy do you think this bottle of water is? And the kids started spitting out different answers, 1 pound, different ounces, just all kinds of random answers. And her response was really cool, and with me it resonated and made a lot of sense, and it was just made it that much easier for me to relate to, like, wow, that's really it right there. This bottle of water doesn't really matter how heavy it is, guys. What matters is how long am I going to carry it around for? How long am I willing to hold it? If I tell you I'm going to hold this bottle of water for the next 20, 30 seconds, it's not really that heavy at all. But if I'm going to hold this bottle of water for the next several hours, the next several days, it's going to get to the point where the joints in my arm are going to swell up and I'm not going to be able to hold it. And some point I'm going to drop the bottle of water. Stress, pressure, anxiety, guys, it all works exactly the same way. If you're not venting and you're not properly managing your stress, which another way of saying it is managing your expectations, you are going to drive yourself crazy and you're going to make yourself sick through this entire journey. Some of you probably already have. That's why you might be watching this video, and that might be why you've watched several other videos from me. What I recommend that you guys do is take necessary steps. Start preparing. Stop spinning around in circles, just wondering what's going to happen next. Take control of your life and start taking control of your choices and your actions and what you do next. Things that work for me are action-based. For me, if I'm starting to feel stressed out, I go and do something that I like to do, whether it be cook, whether it be read a book, talk to your children, go for a walk, listen to music. Anything can take your mind off of the situation. But in the situation that we are in and that you specifically are in right now, you need to be doing things action-based that are also adding to being proactive with this journey that you're on, right? So what are some ideas that you can do? One, you can pick up the phone, call somebody, talk to your attorney, start asking them questions. You can pick up the phone, you can call me. It's not going to cost you a dime to get on the phone with Dan and just talk it out. Sometimes just a simple conversation is all that you needed to kind of get some insight. I'm not going to tell you anything that you probably don't already know. There's no magic recipe. It's communication, it's talking, it's giving and receiving information, but in a lot of cases it's also being told things that maybe you don't necessarily want to hear. Maybe you don't need to hear, hey, it's going to be okay. My friends, oh, you're not going to go to prison. You're a good guy. The judge is going to see you're a good guy and he's not going to send you to prison. And I wanted to believe that so freaking bad that when I got sentenced to prison, I was like, oh my God, all my friends and family are liars. No, they weren't liars, but they didn't want me to feel bad. So instead, they just sat there and told me these things when really, deep down inside, they probably all knew I was going to prison. But maybe that's what I needed to hear. Maybe I needed to hear, Dan, you are going to federal prison. Stop thinking about it that way. Start thinking about what can you do to control that sentence? What can you do to start mitigating inside of that sentence? What was I really doing to prepare? Spinning in circles and looking for things that I wanted to hear was not proactive at all. So if you guys are walking around carrying that glass of water, wondering why it's getting so heavy, maybe you just need to take a couple sips, pick up the telephone, give me a call, 509-434-4695, and I guarantee you, after 20 minutes of having a conversation, at the very least, you're going to feel better, and it's going to give you some guidance as to what you need to do next. I'm Rdap Dan. Subscribe to my channel, like my channel, check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Without you guys, I wouldn't exist. I love every single one of you. Rdap Dan. Have a great day.